Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares. Welcome back to the Terror in the Isles Challenge. This is a segment I'm doing with my good buddy Joe the Horror Man, where we're going to examine films from Terror in the Isles. Not only the theatrical cut, but the television cut as well. Today we're going to be talking about Saturday the 14th. Saturday the 14th is a 1981 film, which runs approximately 75 minutes, and is written and directed by Howard R. Cohen. Now, he passed away on April 3rd, 1999, at the age of 56. He was responsible for Space Case, Time Trackers, and Space Raiders. Now, this stars Richard Benjamin as John Hyatt. He was in Westworld, The Sunshine Boys, and Old Soul. Paula Prentice as Mary Hyatt. She was in Where the Boys Are, The Stepford Wives, and Hard Foul, I think. Can't even read my own handwriting. And also Jeffrey Tambor as Waldemar. He was in Transparent, Hellboy, and 55 Steps. Now, Richard Benjamin and Paula Prentice were actually married in real life, and the movie was financed by Julie Corman, who's the wife of Roger Corman. This movie is an absolute blast. I figured, well, actually, Joe and I both figured, we did Friday the 13th last, so might as well cap it off with Saturday the 14th. Saturday the 14th has a really fun story to it. Richard Benjamin and Paula Prentice play the Hyatts. They have a boy and a girl and a dog who you really don't see much in the entire film because he kind of runs away in the beginning and then comes back at the end. But their uncle dies and they inherit a house. Now, this house is pretty much a nightmare. It's pretty run down and it's has all kinds of scary stuff going on inside. The TV only plays Twilight Zone episodes. It's just a total nightmare. Now, what's pretty interesting is the older daughter is actually the one who played Katie on Give Me a Break, who played the oldest daughter on that show. And the son was actually in the Octagon with Chuck Norris, where he played young Chuck Norris's character. Now you have this family in there in the house where all these weird things are happening, but you also have Waldemar and his wife. They are both vampires and they are looking for something that is in the house. And that's where I'm going to leave the story. It's a lot of fun. It's they don't really play much of it in Terror in the Isles. The only thing I can remember is the famous bathtub scene. Now, I know what you guys are thinking, but it's not that. Basically, this movie is rated PG, and it's can pretty much count for gateway horror if you want to get kids into horror. It's a lot of fun. Not really scary, even though it's considered a horror film, but it's very slapsticky, and it's a spoof, pretty much, of horror at the time. Now, when I rented this when I was younger, I didn't like it because I pretty much only like slasher movies, which this really isn't, and I didn't like comedy horror. Actually, I hated it. Years later, I was at my cousin's house and they started playing this on cable. Once again, didn't particularly care for it. Just not my type of film. Well, as you grow up, I guess, or you grow older, sometimes your tastes change. And this was one of my tastes that actually changed, in that I actually really enjoy comedy horror films now. Before we started watching it, I kind of already knew what I was going to suggest, which I'll get to in a second, but it was one of those things where I started thinking of Student Bodies and Return to Horror High, Pandemonium, Wacko, movies like that that are basically horror spoofs. But I don't like them near as much as I like Saturday the 14th. Joe and I actually had a fantastic time with this film, and it's a shame it doesn't get more credit. Now, for my relatable recommendation, I picked Saturday the 14th Strikes Back. um, while it's not as good as the original, it is still a lot of fun, and I do recommend it, at least to watch it once. Check out Saturday the 14th. It's a blast. It's so much fun. Check out Saturday the 14th Strikes Back. And don't forget to check out Joe's review and see what he picked as a relatable recommendation. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.